and happy Wednesday. I hope wherever you are that you and your loved ones are safe and well, that you're having a good week and a good day. I had a video call with my regular neurologist yesterday, and it was very informative. We talked about medical marijuana. He renewed my card with the state of New York, and we talked about migraines and stuff. I got the most information about taking medical marijuana from him, more information than I've gotten in 10 months, because there is not enough data. I don't know if there's any data that says whether or not a stroke patient can safely take medical marijuana, after the stroke, whatever, what the risks are. Nobody can give me that answer. And so I respect that. If you can't give me the answer, I'd rather you just say I don't have it than to try to make something up or hem and haw about it and be like, oh, sure, whatever. I don't want that. I want you to be honest. So when I kept asking everybody as the months went on, people were like, no, don't take it initially, which I was fine with. But, almost a year out, it's like, am I allowed to take it? Should I not take it? The answer is there really is not enough data to say whether it's okay to do it. THC is a blood thinner, which is not a bad thing for somebody like me who has had a stroke, but also has that factor V mutation, which makes me potentially prone to getting clots in my legs, which everyone thinks is where that clot came from. So, and then it took the expressway up to my brain via my heart. And so, having THC be a blood thinner isn't a bad thing. THC receptors are in the brain. CBD receptors are in the body, which is why CBD works well sometimes on neuropathic pain in the body. So he feels that I could potentially take CBD, a higher CBD, low THC product, but I have to assume that risk. And in the months that followed my stroke, I had to look at everything and see if it was an acceptable risk. Anything at that time that was not directly ordered by my doctors was not an acceptable risk. And so it was all out. But as the months have gone on and, my migraines have been bad and, leg pain, back pain, etc., it would be nice to be able to rest my body enough that I can, sleep maybe. But he, like anything else, you could go out and get a slice of pizza and find out you have a tomato allergy. Go get a glass of milk and find out you're lactose intolerant. There's a risk in taking a bus or taking the subway, for whatever, lightning strike. I don't know. Everything we do is a risk. Every medication we take, we have to assume the risk for that, because if we're willing to take it, if our situation is such that we need to take a certain medication, we have to assume the risk of taking it and decide, is it worth it? Will this potentially help me? And so I did not know that I would have an anaphylactic reaction to Ultram, or an allergy reaction to oxycodone, sulfa, penicillin, Vicodin. I have a long list of allergies. But when I took it and I found out, they immediately, obviously those are no-goes for me now. I am not allowed to take migraine medications just because of the stroke. So I have to look at other palliative measures to help me through those headaches and also to deal with my pain, etc., on top of taking my regular medications. So it was a good conversation, and I felt like I can make a better choice. Is there a solid 100% safe? Nothing is 100% safe, but I feel like I know more now. So I will probably try the CBD products, and just stick with that for a little while and see how that goes. And I have never smoked anything in my life. I do not intend to start now. I am massively anti-smoking anything, just because of the risk factors, and, it's not worth it. And so I would certainly not be smoking marijuana. But, taking a CBD tincture, the dose is very low. I would be taking a 0.1 cc to a 0.5 cc, no more than that. And so he said that's the other thing. The doses are so low that he feels I could potentially, assuming the risk, take a CBD product, low THC, high CBD, and be okay. But obviously it's my risk to assume. And so I totally respect that. And And we talked about migraines and taking B2 supplements and things like that. And really it's about prevention, keeping my blood pressure low, eating right, you know, walking, exercising as much as I can. I don't really exercise, but I do walk every day. And, you know, sticking with the aspirin for the rest of my life, Lipitor for the rest of my life. My cholesterol has never been better. And, you know, and doing, you know, keeping stress low as much as I can, as much as is reasonable. Everybody has stress. Every person has something that they have to deal with, or many somethings that are hard. And my situation is my situation. It's not harder or, you know, bigger or worse or better than anybody else's. Everybody's got their thing. And so I just have to be careful and mindful of my things. So yeah, so it was a good conversation. You know, we'll see what my doctor says about the injection tomorrow, and go from there. What can we do, right? We do the best we can, and we get as much information as we can, and make the choices, you know, as safely as we can. And, you know, I did not know I would have a stroke, obviously, or I would get a time machine and try to undo anything that would have put me in that path. But it's, you know, I'm 49 years old. Like, what do I do for the rest of my life to take the best care of myself for the rest of my life? And, you know, it is what it is. So that's where we are. And I felt good when I hung up, because I felt like I got more of an answer than I've been able to get. And I don't blame anybody for that. It's a tricky situation, and there just really is not enough data or study done. You know, they know some things, what it's potentially effective for, CBD or THC, what it really doesn't help. And, you know, anybody that uses these products, you have to be informed about it. You should never just go and start taking something if you don't know the potential risks, or if it's something that would be effective for you. You know, that's just foolish. So always get as much information as you can, ask as many questions as you can, and, you know, go from there. So that's where we are. It suddenly got very dark in my apartment. I'm sitting here and I'm watching like the shadows come into the living room. This week's shirt, read the books they don't want you to read. That's where all the good stuff is. I got it from through LeVar Burton's website. It helps, and LeVar Burton from Reading Rainbow, it helps literacy programs and communities in need. It came out during Banned Book Week, which, you know, I just love this shirt. And I think LeVar Burton is a national treasure, and he's fabulous. And so I love any campaign that gets books into schools and into different communities, because books are amazing. Everybody should be able to, you know, get a book, get access to a book, get access to a library card, whatever. So I'm all about that. I will put a link in the description of the video. I hope wherever you are that you have a low pain, no pain, low aggravation, no aggravation kind of a day, kind of a week, and kind of a weekend to come. That is what we hope for. That is what we deserve. And that is what I wish for each and every one of you. I will see you on Friday via the blog, next week for another video. Happy Halloween in advance. I love October. It's my favorite month. And I love Halloween. I love everybody's costumes. I love giving out candy. It is a magical, magical time. I am not a person that jumps the gun on let's get Christmas going when we're in October. No. And it's kind of a running joke in my family. Let's keep fall where it is, and let's enjoy the fall things. And then Halloween, then Thanksgiving, and then we can get crazy over Christmas. So everybody calm down. But yeah, so that's where we are. So happy Halloween if you celebrate that. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. I cannot wait. There's a lot of kids in the neighborhood, and I love giving out candy, so it'll be magical. But have a good afternoon. Be well. Take care. And see you soon. Bye.